First thing, I want to say thanks for liking and subscribing to the YouTube channel, and for liking these videos and watching the TV show and sharing this stuff with your friends. You guys are awesome. The podcast, that's been going fantastic. Recently, here's what I did. I sat down and I talked to one of the, here's the deal, you get guests now. When things go well, you get guests. I sat down and I talked to one of the co-authors of the book, Shattered, Inside Hillary Clinton's Doomed Campaign. The Doomed Campaign. It's a great book. You should check it out. I sat down with one of the authors, Amie Parnes. We had a lot of laughs. Here you go, sneak peek. 'Cause I love you. But we have to start with Shattered. Now, I didn't realize this, and we were talking a little bit before we got started. You were actually writing that before the election was over.
Yeah, we had to, because our deadline was 2 months later. So my co-author and I had to write it along the way, which was hard because I was actually covering the campaign too, and then writing the book as well.
So was that the point of view? Like, this is a campaign that's doomed? Like from Jump Street? Or did you just like wait for it to happen and
What's
then
funny
adjust some, go back and do search and replace?
No, we thought she was going to win.
Really?
But we were writing, our writing was telling us something completely different. And our editor actually caught it a month out. He called us and was like, I'm reading all your copy. You're talking about this doomed campaign. You're going to have a problem here. We were like, oh, what's the problem? We'll figure it out.
Okay, so you were writing it under the assumption she was going to win. You're
Right.
just documenting the campaign.
Right.
Now, looking back, as I hear hindsight is 2020, what was the first like stumble? That
Right
the
out of the
campaign-
gate, she had a messaging problem in her first speech on Roosevelt Island, where she wasn't connecting to Democrats. She wouldn't tell them, or she wasn't telling them what she was for. It was your typical Democratic stump speech.
Now, what do you think of the new Democratic slogan, better jobs, better skills, better pizza?
It's not fantastic.
I was talking to Brad Sherman.
Sherman.
They're all in. They're like, yeah, that's the slogan. I'm like, are you guys going to adjust that? Better wages, better skills, better jobs, better pizza? I mean, it does. It sounds exactly like the Papa John's slogan.
They
And
kinda
he's like,
mean
oh,
it.
we're doing it.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
doing it.
Yeah, well, they need to be all in because they don't really have much to go on right now. So
They don't.
no,
They don't?
neither party does.
Well, here's where I come from it. My politics of it. Like, I just want less government. I want more personal freedom, right? And how does that? Look at that! A round of this is awesome. This is the best idea. A public forum. People can clap. It's No, I just like government has at some point they have like it's a well-intentioned policy. And then it becomes this bloated, giant, out-of-control animal that you can't even remember why it was around in the first place, and it's doing something you never even intended it to do, and it's just a money pit.
Right.
So I think the right can survive any kind of, well, a lot of...
But can we survive Trump?
Are you that person?
I'm that person, dude.
Oh my gosh!
No, I'm serious.
Of course we can.
But I really think that candidates, because it's specifically, and I hear this from friends on the right and the left all the time, like, well, if that's not what the Republican Party stands for, then how come he was the nominee?
Wow. You have very little faith in your fellow American.
Sorry.
No, I really do. I think America...
Well, I learned that on the Doctor Who panel yesterday. People aren't smart enough to pick their own health care, apparently. So
I want to get back to Shattered, and then we'll get back to Can
I
We
want to
Survive
hear all
Trump?
about Shattered because I think it's a fascinating book, and it is.
Now, without huge spoilers, I mean, I know the end. I know she loses. That part. Ooh, I should have warned you guys. What was the fatal flaw? What was the one? Was it just denial? It seems like the entire campaign was just in denial of reality.
There were so many flaws is the thing, and she likes to point out Russia and Comey. That was what ultimately doomed her. But the point of our book is she lacked a message. She didn't connect to her own party. They relied on data analytics instead of actually getting in there and talking to people and really talking to them.
Yes.
All of these things. Bernie played a factor. The fact that they couldn't really bring home his supporters at the end of the day. The fact that they didn't speak to millennials of color, women. I think one of the most underreported stories of the entire campaign was the fact that millennial women didn't like her and didn't support her ultimately.
I'm sure they have data to back that up, but why?
That's what is so fascinating to me. I did a couple of stories on it during the campaign, and they were basically like, I just don't like her enough. Like, I don't connect with her. I feel like another woman will one day be president, and so this isn't my woman. And one day, hopefully, someone else will be.
As a dude, that's how I felt. Like, I have zero problems with a woman president. And I don't see why anybody would. But I'm like, not her.
Right.
And there's the other thing. I think there's also a weird thing about dynasties. I think America, we're weird. We love sports dynasties for a while, but then we love to see them crumble so we can build them back up again. We do the same thing with celebrities. We love to raise them up, watch them crumble, build them back up. Like, I think America didn't want another Bush in the White House. America didn't want another Clinton in the White House. I think America got wise to, we're being played. We're just being played. Hey, thanks for watching the videos. We do them all the time, every week. Boom, boom, boom. Click like, click subscribe, and you won't miss any of them.